Okay, everybody, here we are. Game 2 of NOCAP vs. 2OP. This is the winner's bracket. Best of 3. Here we go. Microaggressions and the daring. Typical build, I would say, at this point. 1-for-1 gaming behind him in a secondary Napoli. Both those heading towards the A cap with Burger King behind him in the Vermont and Mr. Bean PhD's Moskva with the unique upgrade. That Vermont, by the way, just your typical sniper spec we've come to know and appreciate in this tournament. Going into the middle is Aggro, also in a utility daring. Lothair backing him up in the Stalingrad. It's an interesting position along that island. Normally they're along this other island in Delta 6 area.
We saw Captain Green try this position yesterday in his Stalingrad and not really have a lot of success with it, so we'll see.
Yeah, the big difference there was Captain Green was cosplaying as a battleship in that one.
Well, that's true.
For the team, a second battleship. Anyway, NOCAP's got Pitbull 3 heading towards, looks like the C cap with Sniper Quick Scope build. Apetron in the San Martin working his way to C cap, and Bank Account already making some withdrawals.
Yeah.
Losing half of his hit points
and
early on.
about to beach himself on this island. He's got nowhere to run as a million shells come in on him. He finally gets dark, and then Rita pushes the radar button with the Yang. You can smell the blood in the water. 2OP knows how close they are to this kill already.
Yeah, the rock cries out no hiding place as Bank Account is forced to turn sideways.
Bam. Just like that. Up a kill.
Bank Account finds out that his bank has failed.
No more money in that account, unfortunately, as he becomes the first casualty of the game. That took about 2.5 minutes.
Wow. All right. That's ranked battle feeling right there.
Well, so much for using your speed to dive the cap on the flank. That did not work.
Oh, Marsilli. Did you see that? Ice matcha latte just
got
fermented.
Dunked. Yeah, got dunked.
So we haven't gone over the 2OP lineup.
No, we haven't. Not yet. There's been a lot going on. I tell you what, we'll skip builds right now unless we want to get really curious. I'll just make it quick. Here on the right flank, we're running double destroyer. Of course, we've got the Yu Yang Gdansk pair that just successfully assassinated the Marceau that tried to make this play. Backing them up, we've got Ibuki's Bourgogne. I haven't seen that ship in a bit. And double Marseille. So lots of French hon on this flank. Are the Marseilles running identical builds? This I am going to look at before I get away.
Slightly different.
They are slightly different, aren't they? That's curious. Okay, interesting. All right. As you head back towards mid, we're looking at Flippy's Daring here, hanging around the middle. Moskva, that's Howell backing him up. Is he running unique? He is unique upgrade Moskva. Behind them, the Ohio, that's Contrail. Looking at him real briefly. Double artillery plotting and a little bit of survivability to go with Brisk. Way over here on the A flank, under Contrail's Napoli, running outnumbered, so very much anticipating being on the flank by himself, along with aiming systems and maximum reload there in slot 6, not really caring about the secondaries.
Yeah. Now, as a reminder, banned ships this game, St. Vincent and Des Moines.
Well, the big push on the 10 line continues, Zath. Like, the early assassination of the Marceau was successful, and they are not giving NOCAP any time to breathe over here. You have to believe at some point they'll pull the brakes on the Bourgogne and let one of the Marseilles take some of the beating, though.
Yeah, you would think so. You know, Ibuki just got slapped by the Vermont, I think. Here comes Stalingrad shells. Ow.
Yeah, some damage, but not like super pain. This Vermont salvo, however, yes. There was about there was about 15,000 damage going out there with the big full pens. So
Ibuki coming out on Apetron.
Ibuki now going dark. Ape does take a deep water torpedo. His hydro had expired a while ago. He's got his radar up, but nothing doing.
There's his heel.
Gdansk radar.
Note, he has lost both of his torpedo tubes, actually, and he's got his funny button active. Hey, look, it's the searchlights.
Gdansk radar going up, picking up aggro here in the gap between B and C. Aggro taking some shells. But because the Gdansk radar is so short, he manages to sneak away with fairly minimal problem. Oh!
You see that white bar?
Yeah, bad all those Gdansk. Bad's Gdansk takes a massive hit from the Vermont, though. He doesn't get out of
yeah.
that scot-free.
We saw the Vermont banner a good amount of times on EU today.
I think you're going to start seeing more of that. I keep expecting more teams to do it, but I just hasn't happened yet. Now, the Marseilles have turned in and are using this island as cover between them and the Vermont, which I really think is clever as they try to finish off Apetron's St. Martin.
Yep.
Or San Martin, excuse me.
Yep. As Apetron managed to activate. So I zoomed in on this because it was the first time I'd ever seen the San Martin actually be able to activate its funny button. Aggro goes down.
They do bag aggro out here. They caught him with Rita's radar. Yep, that would have done it. Deepwater
finishes the deal on Apetron.
Knew that was coming. So now 2 OP with almost like a French blitzkrieg here up the 10 line. 3 quick kills. Still only have the 1 cap, but a huge point advantage here, only 7 minutes into this game.
The ships are different, but the playstyle is very similar to that game I was telling you about from earlier today, Throw versus SRT.
Mm-hmm.
They did the same exact thing, just woof, right up that side. Uh-oh. Shots in on Ibuki's Burgon, but he's just humping the border.
Yep. The profile there is so narrow, he's going to go dark again. They wanted to make sure they were willing to risk him getting spotted to secure the kill on the San Martin, but now that that's done, there's no need for him to fire for a bit. He should be able to reposition and recover some HP and stealth.
That's right.
Check out Contrail, Zath. Look at this in the middle of the board. Oof. Good torpedo salvo for microaggressions.
You know, there really was no need for this position. I've got questions about that.
Well, I think I'm getting the sense that 2OP is maybe trying to push their advantage, but maybe they're pushing a little too hard as they are going to lose their Ohio for basically no gain in the middle of the board.
They completely cough him up for free.
Yeah.
And that's a late game maneuver. Taking your battleship and throwing it in the B cap, that's a late game decision. There's absolutely no reason for that now.
Yeah.
That's a gift to NOCAP.
Yeah, you just gave them points and it wasn't necessary.
Look at Vermont.
Yep, I'm just watching him turn into these deepwater torpedoes. Vermont is slow. He's going to take at least 4 of these, if not more. He's going to take 6 of these. Zath, he's going out. No, he's not. Somehow his torpedo protection holds up against all of that. But, man, they have to be calling for focus fire. Wouldn't you have preferred to have an Ohio in the middle of the board right now to maybe salvo him, huh?
That would probably be helpful. Yeah, there's a reason I call the Vermont the Death Turtle.
Burger King in a lot of trouble. His heal expires, and he's on 6,000 health. The Daring can finish him off if he lands enough of these shells. And there it is.
There it goes. Okay, well, NOCAP responds with the battleship of their own to give.
Well, but I feel like 2OP earned that kill. Rita with a brilliant
100%.
Torpedo salvo, right?
100%. That was not a kind of a
no.
head scratcher decision.
I don't feel like
with you there.
I don't feel like Burger King made a mistake. I feel like 2OP just went out and earned the kill. That's what I feel like.
Agreed.
Flippy now picking up B, trying to accelerate the pressure on NOCAP, but already, Zath, this feels like game 3. We should be getting our clipboards ready, you know?
I'm here for this.
What's interesting to me is that the Marseille Burgonia push kind of stopped to catch its breath, and they're just now starting to get organized. Feels like they took about 4 minutes there to kind of, all right, let's do our thing and, take a break, and then now let's get moving again.
Well, again, thinking back to, competitive experience, you had that Ohio that ended up in the middle of the map. I'm sure there was a lot of microing, or at least attention on that Ohio, right? And how can we save him? What can we do what pieces can move around there, to the point where maybe those 3 are just kind of left hanging for a little bit and waiting until they're told, okay, now advance.
Lothair trying to sneak away, but a stern fire comes in from the Burgonia, and they're going to pick up this kill as well.
Yep, I saw that.
Still have not yet managed to convert the B cap, but with the Gdansk and the Daring here, you have to believe it's only a matter of time.
Yep, One for One Gaming, though, has claimed the Thunderdome for NOCAP.
Napoli now pulling back up into the next wave of torpedoes. He's going to take 2.
2. Ouch.
Takes some blind fire into the smoke, trying to get a reset on Flippy. This time, he's not able to do it. That means Flippy's going to finish this cap. And when he does, we're going to be about 3 minutes now from a 2-OP win. Contrail didn't build for secondaries at Azath, but he's getting work out of them. Check this out.
The enemy is about to win.
Yes, he is. Mr. Bean taking them all on the nose.
Bean's going to manage to avoid the torpedo salvo, which is a big deal. Might keep him in the game a little longer. Vermont now throwing shells at Contrail as well. So the Napoli 1-for-1 secondaries in Thunderdome. Look at this.
I see it.
That's
it's
amazing.
Like they're bouncing from one ship to the next. I love it.
They're like pink and purple as they arc over the island. That's crazy. Rita's caught in the middle of the board now. How is they spotting this ship?
She opened up with her guns.
Well, that would do it.
Wow.
So far,
I expected that Vermont to just kill him.
Yeah,
nope.
as they so far managing to hold on here, but going to take some Napoli shells right there for half her HP.
Bonks Z defeats ELSR. Wow.
Goodness. The reigning Kings of the Sea pushed into the losers bracket, Seth. That's big news.
By the third place team last time.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
The plot thickens here on NA. I look forward. I look forward to next weekend even more.
Absolutely.
They seem to be trying to pick off the Napoli here in Thunderdome as Rita takes more shells from the Vermont.
Nope.
Ooh, NOCAP still not able to convert that kill.
Rita, go buy a lottery ticket now.
You and her and Julio. Good Lord.
Yes. Mr. Bean's about to go down. 1-for-1's about to go down.
Yep. When that happens, that'll be the game. There's a kill. 940. Mr. Bean managing to hang on. Healing through some of this.
Sounds like a very Mr. Bean kind of thing to do.
Yeah, the Marseille from downtown takes care of it, and that's the game. 2-OP.
Double death pick coming right up.
Man, 2-OP with just a solid blitzkrieg here on C. Gets the first kill, never looks back, never takes their foot off the pedal, and we're going to game 3.
Gas, gas, gas.
Oh, man. When you drive a Marseille, it almost feels like that is, that's what you do. You just put your foot down and you just go, baby.
Yep. The important thing to know on that one, I believe, is the Burgon got too far up too early, too quickly, and that's really what caused the whole change there. But hey, it worked.
He paid a price for that, right? He paid a huge price in HP and had to pull the brake and get out of detection.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like they adapted well in kind of making that audible, realizing, okay, we're gonna have to pause and reorganize. They secured the critical kills in that push they needed to. Took a break, got everything reorganized, and then went again, right?